welcome. I'm Angus, Dr. Random Mole, and they don't know who's where, but right underneath me is I'm just gonna say your name because you don't know who's where in this stream. Anna Poulsen. Is it Poulsen or is it Poulsen?
Poulsen.
Poulsen. All right, that's my Dutch, my poor Dutch tongue can't do that.
I think you can. Danish,
Poulsen. Yes, I'll try my best. And right next to Anna is Colleen Morgan, and right next to Colleen is, of course, the person we all know as and love as. You get to do your own name, Aris, or should I also do your name?
You did my name.
All right, Aris Emir Politopoulos. Because Aris is a nerd, he gets to have a nickname. I don't know your nicknames, even if you may not be nerds. So if you inform me of those later, next stream you'll get your nicknames. And once again, we will be playing with the past today, like we were playing with our Legos way back when, right? Or am I the only one that played with Legos? But no, we will be very much playing with the past with bricks, Minecraft. We will be doing the archaeology of Minecraft. So we're very, very lucky because it's not often that we have the developer of the game that we're playing in the house, but we do because Anna, you have been making the map and the content and everything, not the whole world, because I guess there was some sort of world around it, but everything that is cool in this world that we're going to be seeing, you made that, right?
Most of that. I mean, the city we're spawned in sort of grew naturally, but I made the dig house, which you can sort of see. And
nice.
So most of it, yes.
Most of it, yes.
Cool bits.
All basically. The cool bits. That is very good to hear. So what those cool bits are, we're going to be having a little bit of a look at later. But there's a reason that Colleen is on here, even if she wasn't the developer of this particular Çatalhöyük. You were the developer or part of the group of developers or designers that made. Was it the first digital Çatalhöyük? Is that something that we can say there, or not even?
No, definitely not. Definitely not. The first one that was on an open world, but it was part of a team, the Open Knowledge and Public Interest team, headed by Noah Wittenstein and Ruth Tringham. So they were the geniuses behind getting an island in Second Life and building Çatalhöyük.
I'm going to say that for the crowd of people that is watching right now, that it's probably the most famous version of digital Çatalhöyük, though, because I think that everybody who has done something with archaeogaming or virtual worlds and archaeology knows of your paper that you did about it in the Journal of Archaeological Method and Theory, 2009. Thank you, Aris. That's why I have you in my streams too, because you are my memory bank. So it's an absolute pleasure to have you here, Colleen and Anna. And I think without further ado,
it was an archaeologies. Yeah.
Yes.
Sorry, go on.
Oh, sorry about that.
It's like I haven't gotten a Journal of Archaeological Method Theory yet, but.
Oh, okay. Oh, well, you should. It's easy. Well, nothing is easy in archaeology, but I thought it was. Oh dear. Anyway, without further ado, let's maybe just get into it. There's going to be a tiny bit of an ado because I still have to bump up the sound of Minecraft because, we want to listen to those sweet sounds of the rain. It's raining right now in Minecraft. And as always, if you're watching this, if you have any questions for us, not necessarily for us, but for Anna or for Colleen, or answers. If you have answers, that's even better. I like those. Then just let us know. You can just type them in the chat, or if you're watching this on the ArchaeoRPG channel, maybe there's some way that you can also put them in the chat, and hopefully they'll. Oh, you're on both, Aris?
I'm on it.
All right, you're on it. Excellent. All right, but let's get to playing. It's a dark day in the in the dig house or around the dig house. As you can see, it's night, and there's not really anything I can do about this because this is not Minecraft's creative form or format. This is Minecraft Education Edition, and I'm just a general user playing. I guess I can change the settings to maybe creative or
Um,
will that work?
You can also change the day settings.
Okay, well, maybe,
way.
maybe that's nice as well. But at some point, but sometimes it rains in Minecraft. That's absolutely fine. So
It's a dark and stormy night.
yes, sounds like a Çatalhöyük meets Edgar Allan Poe or something like that. So this is it, right? This is the world that you've created, or the map that you've created, and I think the first. So we're at the starting point right now, and the mayor is the first person that you get to talk to. So welcome to our lovely village. I'm here to give you a few things. A portfolio. That's great. We need portfolios. That's an important thing, to always have your portfolio with you, at least digitally so. You take during this lesson a book and quill for taking notes. You can read the game guide by clicking the button. So there's plenty of colleagues running around, as this mayor tells us, and they're excited to meet us. So one of the things, Anna, is do you recommend us having a little look at the sort of support material right now, or do you want to do that later?
It's a lot of documents. I think because you're all professionals, you probably won't need to read it, but it contains sort of a backstory, a kind of fake backstory.
I'm still gonna have a little tiny look at it. So there's a fake backstory here, as you say. John Peters, the farmer. Okay, sure. And so that's what happened. Somebody found this site, right? And it's unexcavated yet. So it is based loosely on Çatalhöyük, right? But it is an unexcavated version of it. We know nothing yet, which may be the best type of archaeological site. Who knows? The one that is still unknown. And here are some materials for students. So, for example, a map of the site, already a little bit of it, and then there's in fact a whole lot of materials. So there's this whole map of the excavation area by Camilla Mazzucato, somebody who's working on the Çatalhöyük project. And then there's a whole team here, right over here, a weaver. We're going to meet all these people. And then here's the dig house, right? So this is stuff that we're all going to see in the game. But and there's a learn more section. So it's very neat because, of course, this is something that as a student you can get a bit of a sense of, right, of what you're going to be meeting. And at the same time, you also made a document like this for teachers. Right, so
and this is where it gets long.
This is, yes, exactly, because teachers need to know a bunch of stuff. So can you maybe, I'm guessing this is not the most exciting part in terms of watching what the site is about, what the map is about. But can you maybe tell me a little bit about some of the things that you were trying to put into these two different documents, and how you went about designing them?
I tried to make a document for teachers which contained sort of all the information I would want to have as a teacher, what the site is based on, how scientific it is, and sort of how the excavation in Minecraft compares to the real excavation, and some handy links for how a record sheet looks when you're recording a context and those kind of things. See, there it is. So if your pupil asks you, hey, I found this thing, I don't know how to record it, then you have something you can look at and be like, oh, so this is what they do out in the real world. And
nice, very nice.
Like that. And I tried to provide sort of basic literature for most of the subjects, which is basically the Green Renfrew Barn book on archaeology.
Sure. Sure. So I like this little
some of my mistakes and all that stuff.
So and to be so you've developed all of this by yourself as part of a project for because you're a university student, course. Right? Yes, exactly.
Yes, I am an MA student in Near Eastern archaeology at the University of Copenhagen.
Very cool. And this was made during your master's recently, right? Or you finished it recently?
I haven't finished yet. I'm still doing my MA, but I made this during the pandemic as a part of a university course. where we had to create a project, and then rather than create a map or something, I made this because I felt like it's more fun to do
Nice.
something a little different.
Did your instructor see this one coming, or they're like,
Not sure. I originally started out with something in VR, doing something a little bit different from this, but then the pandemic happened and I had to look elsewhere. So
yeah, I guess VR goggles are not the most conducive things to have on your head during the pandemic anyway, especially not for public outreach. This is something we've also considered as value, and the Minecraft events that we're running, which also featured a bit of VR. Definitely not doing that right now. But very cool, very cool. I love the. Well, I think it's a very clear. We have to change the change the weather somehow.
How go to settings.
Yes,
and then
sure.
I think it might be video. If
Okay.
not, then it's just further down in your settings
Wait,
under the world name.
All right. Let's see. Video.
You can set to always stay. I think.
I can see beautiful skies. I can see, because this thunder is not stopping.
Nice.
This is why I love gaming. It is just I don't see any maybe some
Well, then maybe it's up on your
on the game.
general game settings.
Let's have a little look.
You
Always
may
day.
know this about me, Angus, but I almost ended up, instead of going to Leiden, to the University of Copenhagen to do Near Eastern archaeology,
You did.
and I was accepted on both. Yeah, and I
Oh.
decided to go to Leiden because back then in Copenhagen there were 2 courses in Danish, and I thought, I don't think I can follow.
No,
And
sure.
I came to Leiden.
Yeah.
Sure.
If it helps, it's in English now, but
No,
probably
That's good.
that helps a lot, and I think that's extra amazing that as a student you went to the trouble of making this available in English. But is this also available in Danish, or did you just always
No.
develop this with an
No.
international audience in mind?
I made it in English
Ah,
because
okay.
all my courses are in English, and
Mhm.
doing it all in Danish would just be weird. But if I need to sort of sell my work power to the Danish museums, I'll have to do something in Danish eventually.
Sure. No, that's. I mean, maybe there's a little bit of a fund available somewhere, and then you can get somebody to work on the translation for you, because that's.
Sure.
Let's see. The inventory right now that we have consists of so a portfolio and a book and quill. Right, so the portfolio is, there are no photos to display, but we will get a camera somewhere along this thing, right?
Yeah.
And the book and the quill, it allows us to just make notes, right? So one thing, and please, enter book title. There we go. Enter book title. Okay, field notes. All right, sign and close.
No,
Oh
you
wait,
can't
no,
do it.
no, we don't want to do that. Okay, there we go. So I'm quite. I think both of us are. Have you? Maybe let me first ask Colleen. Have you done much Minecrafting yet, or?
Yes, I created Star Car, a Mesolithic site nearby in Minecraft. A few years ago. It was really fun, and I probably should have made more of it. But we had several open days where we had children and their families and things come in and try to create a Mesolithic house. And seeing as they're round, it can be a bit difficult.
No, yeah. And did you make that back then in Education Edition? I'm gonna guess no, right? Or did you?
Yeah, it was education.
Wonderful.
Yeah, we did education. We had a server at York, and I got the terrain model and had to edit it quite a bit because it was actually Sean Graham's instructions that I used, and he warned of this as well, in that it just really emphasizes terrain differences. And so what is mostly a fairly gentle and rolling Vale of York, Vale of Pickering actually, looked like a jagged mountainscape, which was kind of funny at first.
Yes,
But I managed to smooth it out and worked it out, and it was great. It was really had students come in and had children come in and immediately started shooting each other, which I had no idea that they could actually do.
Yes.
Fantastic. Yeah.
Sure. That is, I think, something that we can relate to with value as well. Is the first thing you want to do is set up for creative mode and try and just accept the fact that even in creative mode, people will just find all sorts of ways to, I guess, play with each other in a sort of violent way still, right? So that always happens when we do the Minecraft things as well. So, but I know next to nothing about the Minecraft Education Edition because we've always done our all of our events in the regular edition of Minecraft Java. Partly because that allows us to make our own maps, sort of the whole landscape. So I know virtually nothing about it. So the mayor, is that a standard character in the Education Edition, Anna? Or is it something you put in there?
It's a standard NPC you can download, which is great about the Minecraft Education Edition. You can add NPCs and you can write what you want them to say, and you can add links, or you can make them give you things. And I sort of couldn't really do that in Java because I'm a kind of a Minecraft noob, so going into mods and all that is not ready for. So.
No, yes, that is
You really don't wanna.
that is no, for sure. The modding Minecraft is there's a huge community out there and there's lots of mods available, but it's next level stuff in the sense of things you have to set up. So, and then there's Minecraft Education Edition just out there available for you. So let's have a little look. So so were you you said you were a Minecraft noob, but were you like, did you play Minecraft before you made this, or was it really for the first time for this assignment?
This was this is my second attempt, but this was the first time I sort of dug into Minecraft. It's not really my kind of game normally, so.
What are your kind of games normally?
I really prefer escape rooms type games and sort of puzzles.
Nice.
Storyline games. So having an open world and no really clear storyline was kind of confusing for me. So.
Well, I think
didn't really see the appeal.
But, I think you already.
Quite fun.
Yeah, I think you did a nice way in terms of. I mean, if we want to get a bit game designy about this, I think you did very nicely. And just if you enter the world straight up, there's one place you want to go, and that's you don't even really need the signs here. You see that wonderful house up there, like 2-story house with tulips or whatever there are, roses, peonies, who knows, and a lot of interesting names, right? So you just want to get in there, and that's what we're doing right now. So. Right over here, we can talk to a lot of specialists, and there are cats there. Hi, cat. This is Lyra. Very nice. Hi there. So unfortunately, I can't pet you, but that does. So the GIS specialist. So this is the dig house, right? That which is the home of a lot of subterranean home in some cases. I see of a lot of specialists, right?
Yeah.
So
yeah, this is where you meet all the people, mostly from the team.
Very nice. So I make sure sites and finds are recorded on real-world maps using coordinates X longitude, Y latitude, and Z elevation, just like the coordinates in Minecraft. Yeah, for sure. That is. Did you end up working a lot with the coordinates when you were making your Star Car map in Minecraft? What lot with the local Minecraft coordinates, or were you just more eyeing it?
I was eyeing it.
Yeah.
It was very much a hacky sort of thing. I was just very proud that I managed to get it kind of working by the time that we opened it. So.
No, for sure. It's interesting. I think there's a couple of, at least I think, right, that's what we see in our Minecraft events, what we do that.
Yeah.
There are people.
I never use. I never use the coordinates. I just
exactly.
eyeball the entire construction always.
Yes. And I, like, to a fault, always work with the coordinates. I like count them out, and I like in this case you can't even really. I mean, you see the coordinates right over here in the top left of the screen all the time, but of course in Minecraft regular you have to push F3 and you'll see the coordinates. So I think it's really nice that you went for this explanation. That something that I'm gonna guess a lot of kids, younger kids, will have gotten their first ideas of what coordinates are about through Minecraft. Right, Anna?
Maybe. I mean, yeah. I guess so. I'm not sure what they teach in geography these days, but
That's a good question.
Minecraft might be easier to understand because more people use it on their everyday.
Yeah.
But,
So here we have this very neat map of here you go, of the village, right? And then of the site right over there. But we're not going to go to the site just yet. We're just going to first have a little bit of a chat with a couple of the specialists here. So we have an archaeobotanist here who analyzes charcoal and other plant materials found during excavations. And then the chest right there is full of seeds. That's cool. My researchers used to learn more about food, environment, and chronology. Now I want to check out the seeds that are in there. Sorry, Lyra, I think you're a little bit in the way. Can you maybe
you're
move?
on a box.
You're on a box.
It's like, no.
This is
my box.
Come on, cat. Come on, please. Cats never do what you want. It doesn't matter if they're digital or not. Can I entice you to? Yes, thank you, cat. Because I didn't want to, throw her off the chest. So that is neat, right? So there's a couple of types of seeds in there. This is just seeds that you get through Minecraft, right? Because cocoa beans, yes, for sure. So, obviously I'm no archaeobotanical expert, but cocoa beans were not found in Çatalhöyük, the original version of it at least, right? Because they're very very much a later, much later introduction. But that's what you get, right? With you play Minecraft, there's specific tools there, and you have to use them. Right, Colleen? When you were making Star Car, did you make some sort of creative choices when it came to using materials, or how did you do that back then? Because this is an example of having to creatively do. Yeah.
Exactly, and I really admire that Anna is able to kind of think as far as getting a chest and putting the seeds in the chest. Because while we wouldn't, archaeologists kind of snicker as, oh, cocoa beans, we're not at Çatalhöyük, but just making do and trying to show people what it is through using these tools, I think is really important and really interesting. Because it can show you emissions both in Minecraft, but also in your archaeological questions as well. So, maybe we'll find them. No, we won't. But
Who knows, right? So, by the way, if you want to crosstalk without my intervention, it is not an interview. Feel absolutely free to ask each other questions, right? Wait, can I get in here? Come on, can I? Mine? No, I don't want to mine it. Wait.
I can see the
cat
on the bottom of
there's the button. There's the button. Oh, this is... Woo, quickly, get in there. Hello. Maybe hey, Q the cat. Also on a box, but there's no reason for me yet to go into this particular one. So this is a very neat... This is just a side room, right? This is just... oh, there we go. Some tools of the trade right here. Very nice.
Yeah, I actually found it really useful when I was doing my Minecraft outreach events. And I'm not sure if you all do this, but I had a sort of the real things of Minecraft table. So I had a real mattock out, and I had flint and things which a lot of the children didn't really know what it was. They knew it could make fire, but they didn't really kind of translate into the real world that it actually exists in the real world. So in a bucket, it was a bit silly, but then I had a printout of the what it looks like in Minecraft, and then just this is the real world equivalent, and it blew their minds.
Nice. Yeah, well, it just this little thing blows my mind right now, because we've been doing a lot of Minecraft events, but something as simple but at the same time genius as this, I don't think it ever occurred to do something like that. Right? Because there are a lot of real things in Minecraft that translate directly to what archaeologists do. I mean, a dragon egg is not one of them, but all these other tools are certainly a part of them. So that's a really good idea too. So we were all frequently in museums, and of course that the benefit of that people will be able to walk around and watch some of not necessarily the architecture, but some of the artifacts in the museum itself, but not when it came to the archaeology part of it. So that's really a really good idea. Very neat. Right, now I still have to get out. I have to find a button to get out. Anna, help me. Otherwise, this is the end of the stream.
Above the door.
Oh, above the. Is there?
Nice.
Is this one of your escape room ideas?
No, I mean this was sort of my
Wait.
room, kind of.
Oh, sorry. Did I just?
Get out.
Oh my God! Did I invade your? Oh, that is. Sorry,
No.
sorry. I
It's
just.
fine.
I just.
No, it's or sort of a director's room, if you will.
There you go. So you.
That's why it has a painting in it and stuff. It's like
Yeah.
yeah,
Very
Evolution one.
nice. Yes.
a photographer.
A photographer. Hello, sir. All right. I take photos of archaeological finds and of the excavation. I can also create 3D models by using photogrammetry, for sure. My research creates better ways to record archaeology and sometimes discover new things about the objects. There we go. So, photogrammetry. What is that? So, I mean...
Oh, that's very nice.
Boom. All right, that's excellent. So you go straight to the source of all wisdom. I kind of feel that we should be wiki crutching ourselves right now because we accidentally landed on Wikipedia. There you go. That's wiki crutch number 1.
I don't think it counts, does it?
I mean, it doesn't, but at the same time, this is such a nice touch to the map that I think it should still count anyway, right? Okay. And then
In-game wiki crutch, yes.
in-game wiki crutching, yeah, for sure. So the lady of, well, it's even a very mysterious lady of. So, oh, there we go. Talking about
there
this
she is.
There she is. Oh, unfortunately, my 3D is not sort of on for my browser. Well, no, it's not on for my browser at the moment because otherwise I won't be able to stream certain things. But so she's just turning around. But there she is, the lady of Çatalhöyük. Very nice. And one of the nice things here is that Jason Quinlan is in fact the person who made this and is also the photographer, right, of Çatal. So that's neat. He's
Absolutely. Yeah.
The real deal is in there.
Yeah.
And, The only downside to it is we get some other ladies that are not necessarily connected on the right hand side of the browser screen, but that is nothing to do with what you put in there. This is simply Sketchfab and their recommendations. So nothing to do with my browser history, by the way, people. Don't even suggest it.
Don't judge him.
So there you go. He also very neatly gave us a camera. So wait. I want to snap a photo now, and I want to snap a photo now of you two. There we go. Very nice. So this
Nice.
means that it's right there in my portfolio, and then later if you export your portfolio,
Looks just like Jason there on the left.
yes, there he is. He does. He
There
does.
he is. Flint specialist.
The specialist, exactly. So, and the flint specialist. So, work with flint and other cryptocrystalline minerals. That I have to say that I would have, if this was just a term by itself. I guess I can place it, but cryptocrystalline. I've never heard of that term. Honestly, never heard of it. That's probably me being quite uninformed. But cryptocrystalline minerals, very nice. Or maybe I've heard of it in 2002 and I've forgotten it since then. And
It can
obsidian.
be your band name.
It can definitely be a band name. Yes.
Cryptocrystalline, yes, for sure. Please bring me any flint we find. Okay, in Çatalhöyük they found obsidian mirrors. That's absolute. I want to see those obsidian mirrors. So there you go. We're going straight to the Çatalhöyük research website. So one of those obsidian mirrors, very nice photo, by the way. Once again by Jason, who's
Genius.
yes, he's a genius photographer, really, and a very very nice person as well. So but this is wonderful, and also a wonderful object right there, obsidian mirrors of Çatal. So pretty neat that students that would be playing this would just see those things, right? So let's go up one more story after Oh, there you go. An illustrator and a cat. There we go.
It's definitely Katie Kalaki right there.
Yes. Very nice. Are there? So I have to, when we're admitting things, I have to say I've never visited Çatalhöyük myself. I was tangentially. No, I was tangentially part of the project, or I was part of the project, working together with as part of Ian Holder's research group in Stanford. But the summer that I was supposed to go there for a couple of days, we were happy enough to get a daughter, and I didn't think it was going to be going down too well to in those very first few weeks to leave to Çatal. So and after that, my time on the project was already up. So I've never visited the site. This is definitely on somewhere on the top of a long short list. but no, I've never ever have. So anyway, the illustrator.
Did we lose Anna?
I think we have lost Anna.
Oh, have we? Oh dear, that is.
Oh, there she is.
Oh, there she is. But
There Anna is.
Oh, I think we've lost you in the sense that you're not maybe not.
your camera is not.
Your camera is a bit frozen. That is so, but
in terms of sound, you're still.
in terms of
here.
sound, you're here for sure. And now I've lost
Because I
all
kind
of
of
you.
wanted to ask Anna. Have you been to an archaeological dig house? What were you basing this dig house on?
I mean, I have been on a few excavations now, and I based the construction of this building off the houses in the auto-generated village, and then sort of all the people there on the different people I've met on my travels, not really based on them, but sort of their specialties. So I've been to Shabaka, where a lot of brilliant people are, and different specialties. And
It's Toby's project, isn't it?
yeah, it is. So
Nice.
not to say that the flint specialist here is Toby, but
I mean,
So, was the photographer Alexis then?
no, it's just sort of general
Okay.
people. And
Sure.
I've tried not to give them names or gender markers clearly, so people can
Okay.
sort of see whoever they want to see there. So they're just sort of placeholders, really. But I tried to include sort of every specialty I could think of. I probably missed a couple, and since it's only been me writing all this stuff, then yeah, I probably miscommunicated something along the line. So I tried to keep it simple. But
I asked in part because when I recreated Çatalhöyük in Second Life, I put in a model of the dig house at Çatalhöyük, which I found really delightful and made me really, because I've actually been, and it made me really nostalgic and really miss the actual place. And very often I would meet people that had been digging there during our Second Life events, and they'd be across the world. And it was really nice because we had a little fire, and then we'd all sit around the fire and talk. And I just was really struck by that feeling of distant closeness, and that we could recreate an archaeological site that we all had worked on, and then come together as slightly strange-looking avatars to just have a chat, like we did the dig house at Çatalhöyük.
nice.
Yeah.
I have to say what the dig house reminds me a lot here, and the way it's constructed, and like the NPCs dispersed. It feels very much like the inns that you get in World of Warcraft, or like buildings that you get in like
Yeah.
MMORPGs, where you have the trainers, for example, in like floor 1 is like the warrior trainer and the priest trainer, and then you go down, it's like the rogue trainer on the bottom, and the warlock trainer and whatever.
So is the final boss the site director?
Yes.
Of course.
Sitting in the throne in the middle of the thing. Yeah.
Very nice.
the site pictures I've put up would probably be a fair boss fight, but you can look forward to meeting them when you go to the site.
All right.
Let's do it.
All right. We want to go to the site. Before we go to the site, I want to thank from the bottom of our hearts. Let me see. RTFX Sebastian, who has subscribed to us with Twitch Prime. So, and the joke that I almost always make when people subscribe to us on Twitch is that that's all tax deductible because we're a foundation and we're a charity. We're a charity in the Netherlands, a registered charity in the Netherlands, and in fact, all the money that flows into Values coffers flows back into research and outreach and all sorts of other projects at the intersection of gaming and the past. So, including us, maybe while we have quite a lot of people watching right now on stream, maybe you can tell a little bit about the latest little pilot project that we were undertaking while I move towards the site of the site area.
Which one of all the projects?
I mean the one where we're gonna ask people to write for us, and then wait, and I'm lost right now. The site, where is it? Okay, there's the mayor. There's the site. Yes, okay.
Yes.
Did I miss anything in terms of critical tools? No, I don't think so. Right?
No, you'll get all your tools when you get to the site.
All right, cool.
There's a tool shed.
All right.
So one of the things we decided to do with the small amount of money that's available from Value is that if you head to the interactivepasts.com, which is the blog that we're using for all sorts of blog posts and news and reviews and stuff like that, we want to invite all of you to write for the website, and we have this pilot project for a few months. It will be running that if somebody wants to write an in-depth post that is sort of an in-depth analysis of a game in relation to the past, but we are kind of open in terms of like suggestions and ideas. We will be compensating people who write these blog posts with 50 euros, which is not necessarily the amount of time that goes into writing this, but this is what we can offer. And if this is something that people are interested in doing more and contributing and writing and using our platform, because we want to open up the platform to the community, to everybody, to be able to find a platform to write, then we are more than interested to keep doing this, and if possible to even give some more money out to the people that are writing awesome stuff and are doing awesome research.
Yes, exactly. We've reached the information sign, and we've just taken our first walk around the site. So the excavation, it says right here, is loosely based on the Çatalhöyük excavation in Turkey. This part created is the 4040 area, level G. So talk to the research portal for more information about the site. I want to talk to the research portal. Let's go. So we were just talking just before the screen started about the Facebook bot, the Facebook chat bot that is on the Facebook page of Çatalhöyük, right? And
yeah, that's brilliant work by Sarah Perry and colleagues.
Yes, exactly.
The Emotive project.
As part of the Emotive project. And how neat would it be if this could somehow be integrated, right? The research portal in Minecraft right here, and then the chatbot available on Facebook. And probably in terms of technology and getting these systems to talk to each other, very hard, but we can dream, right? All right, the research portal. So the research portal takes us to. So one thing, of course, I guess it's gonna be hard to link out directly to the Facebook site of Çatalhöyük. I don't know if that's feasible, but that may be one solution. So here we go with the research portal. We're not gonna delve too deeply into here because there's a lot. In fact, there may be the mostest in here in terms of material of just one site, right? Dominic Lucas is the person overseeing this particular part of the Çatalhöyük project, but of course there's data in this whole database of how many years of excavation.
Like it's still to repair though.
Sorry, yeah, it's still yes, yeah, it's
This is really amazing.
Yeah, this is something that was set up. The Çatalhöyük Living Archive project was set up by I forgot the name now. I want to say Elijah Woods, but that's not it. Elijah Meeks or something like that. Somebody who worked on this at Stanford, who went on to get, unfortunately for this particular project, a juicier offer from Netflix, I think. So to work with linked data there. So that part of it is not really finished. But at the same time, the data is all around here somewhere in not in the cloud necessarily, but on some server. I think in England somewhere, right? Am I mistaken there? Who knows?
I don't know.
Who knows?
Unfortunately, but I was really happy about the Living Archive because they chose the building they chose to really highlight was Building 49, which is a building that I worked in for a couple of years. So
yeah.
And it was just this tiny little building that you had sometimes 5 archaeologists working together, and it could be a bit intense sometimes, especially. Got 1 year we got some anthropologists. Well, they came several times over and over again, and so the very famous French anthropologist Maurice Bloch came and sat in the middle of the trench while we were all trying to dig. And, was asking these very philosophical questions. Yes. We're just like, buddy, come on.
Okay. Oh, that's.
And then he told an off-color joke as well, but we won't get into that because
no off-color jokes. Yeah. No off-color jokes in Minecraft Education Edition. That won't work. Oh, nice. Oh man, it's always amazes me when you talk about Çatalhöyük is all the different people that have visited there and have just somehow been entangled with this particular project over the years, right? And this is amazing, Maurice.
It's where I met my husband. It's where I fell in love.
There you go, right? So we're talking about entanglements.
Yeah.
It's right there. So yeah. Well, that wasn't off. Well, I mean, I'm talking about the social material entanglements of people and things. Well, this is just gonna go wrong. Never mind.
Yeah.
All right. Never mind. All right. Cool. So the trench supervisor right here, please take these 2 tools from the shed. 2 pickaxes, 2 shovels, 64 ladders, and 64 cameras.
Whoa.
Anna, what are we doing that we need quite so many of?
I thought it would be easier to just pick a stack, so I probably won't need that much, to be honest, but
okay.
I'm sorry.
So
I have to say, like, having supervised multiple trenches now, I'm always like, yeah, just grab a shitton of this.
Yes,
we're not, just grab 200 labels and we'll see what happens.
Sure. All right. The tool shed is based on the plan and reconstruction drawing of Building 77 in the north of Çatalhöyük. It's been changed a little to serve as storage for tools and food for the expedition. There you go. That's repurposing heritage. So
yeah, all right.
All right. Oh, that's very neat. I was wondering about that, Anna, but you've done your stuff. There's a rooftop entrance.
Yeah.
That of course normally when you're not in creative mode you're not supposed to fly. Maybe you could even try and jump. No, but so if you can get on top of the rooftop, you don't even need to unlock the whole tool shed. You can just go in via the rooftop as people
drop right in.
There you go. There you go. All right, let's get ourselves wait, how do we do this? There we go. Whoa.
Nice.
All right.
Plus 3 attack damage, the best kind of shovels.
Exactly. Fortune 2.
Absolutely.
That's, as we say as archaeologists, when you need to attack a bunch of soil, you go for the Fortune 2 shovel. That's what you do. All right. So 2 shovels, right? It said. Or did I misremember?
Yeah.
All right. 2 shovels.
Yeah,
2 pickaxes. There we go. And I have to say, and I'm having already way too much fun with this. Not as an archaeologist, because in the beginning you said like you're a specialist, you will know everything. But I'm just having too much fun simply playing with this. Very nice. All right, so we've got 64 letters and 64 cameras. There we go. And up, and I'm gonna go out the way I came in. Oops, come on, you. All right.
So there's a kind of funny thing about shovels at Çatalhöyük is that they had this kind that were had stars punched through them, so they had star-shaped holes at the back of them, and so and sometimes they replaced their handles with like almost like tree branches, really long, really heavy shovels.
Okay.
So you'd have this incredibly heavy shovel, and then you'd be watching the spoil that you're digging out like fall through the star holes and then blowing in your face
No.
because
Oh,
it was
dear.
a bit windy.
That doesn't sound like a Fortune 2 shovel to me at all.
I think they're pretty deadly, though. To be honest, I saw some poor small snakes and things die at the end of those. Not me.
No, I mean, yeah, I mean,
Poor snake.
last thing, yeah, poor snakes. Last thing you want is to get bitten by a snake, but at the same time, oh, more kitties. There we
I was
go.
on site. All right.
Yeah, there you go. So, Anna, please guide us. We have another photography here, actually to document the process by taking pictures. And we've already done that, right? So maybe let's at least do a before and after snap. There we go. That's
You have to fly to do a proper before, so like do a drone.
I have to do a drone
be a
shot.
modern archaeologist.
I'll be a modern
Do a
archaeologist.
drone
He
shot.
says. All right, I'll do a drone shot.
Yeah.
Why not? All right, there we go.
There you go.
I don't think.
Yes.
I don't think.
No,
Anna,
90
I don't
degree
think.
angle.
What? Sorry, 90-degree angle. I mean, it is. Oh yeah, right. You wasn't. I don't think you had this in mind, right? When when you were thinking of people taking photos of the site, or did you, Anna?
I mean, kinda. I think
Kinda.
I did something similar myself.
Nice.
I intended for this to be played in survival mode because then you would sort of feel the texture of the dirt when you break it and feel the different sort
Right.
of
In that
hardness
case,
levels and all that. But
you're
it goes
absolutely.
faster and creative. So
Well, no, but you're
yeah.
absolutely right because
Yeah,
that because of course what's going to happen if I start excavating in creative mode, the excavation is just going to go way too fast, right? Just one hit and the block is gone. But in this case, this will actually require me to do some digging, right?
Yeah. And did you talk to the guy at the end with the
the
large
guy
board?
the guy at the end.
Yeah.
You mean James
Mallard?
Mallard? Exactly.
Yes.
It's not any
Yeah.
guy.
Wow.
All right. Let's have
Because I think that's probably beneficial when you start digging.
that maybe some different opinions in how beneficial it is to to listen to Mallard, but that's maybe a particular angle we're not gonna go too deep into right now. Or maybe if you want to, we can, of course. But James Mallard is of course one of the excavators of sort of research leads for a long time at Çatalhöyük. From I don't know the right time frame for that, but that is when did he excavate in Çatalhöyük?
60s, the 60s.
In the 60s, yes, exactly. So
Yeah, only for a couple of years, but he moved a lot of dirt, and some of his early plans, they looked a little bit fabulous and like not maybe we weren't quite sure how real they were, but the deeper excavations and people that have been digging there more recently know a lot more about this than I do, but we've found quite a bit of what James Mallard originally illustrated, and so it seems
yeah, it
proper
seems
job, really.
That part of it was a proper job, but there was also some parts that allegedly there's never really been proven. It's all a bit scandals. Shady. But some alleged scandals, as we say, since we're in a public media space, alleged scandals. Yes, exactly. But this is not the same James, of course. So take a look at the walls, and in the enclosure there are the results from the test trench we made last season. Ah, yes, okay. It should give you an idea of what to expect in the big trench. So that is very nice. So over here we have more or less an illustration, like a Minecraft version of a Munsell.
Love it. I love it.
Color switcher. Yes, very
amazing.
nice.
Yeah.
So this is the type of stuff that we can start to be expecting here. So and I also love the fact that you've already provided some. I mean, it's just not the blocks, right? This is not what you can see, but also the interpretations here. So a culture layer. Expect finds. Oh, that is nice. If there's gray concrete. Oh, I have to memorize these now, I feel. So help me out here, people. If stuff gets dark gray, I have to I don't have to dig quite that fast, because otherwise I'm gonna lose all my finds. A fill layer. Oh, right. Another fill layer. Meant to represent the charcoal layer from a heart or burning. Smooth quartz is used as building material. Very good, very good. So why did you go with the smooth quartz, if I may ask, Anna?
I think it looked the most like plaster, which is what they actually used, or the mud brick and then the plaster. And I of course couldn't do mud brick first brick and then something over it, so I just went with a smooth quartz to sort of simulate that.
Yeah, because you don't have mud brick in Minecraft, but you got something like what is it called, like sandstone. Yeah, for sure. But I can see how smooth quartz would be much more like that for sure. Okay, a foundation trench. Okay, that is good to know. And the bedrock means no further excavation. Stop digging when you find it. That is good. That is, maybe this is the most important lesson that you can teach your first students. If you're like, the bedrock, stop digging. There's nothing going to be here anymore. Don't waste your energy on that. I've done that, which is kind of hard. It's kind of hard to reach bedrock in the places where I was taught how to dig. That's the Netherlands. You don't reach any bedrock for
there is no such thing as
forever. So, but this is most certainly the case if you excavate in the Caribbean. Then you want to be careful with your shovels there when you go for the bedrock. All right. Are we ready with everything that we need to know, Anna?
You can also chat to Kathleen Kenyon. She doesn't really give you any useful information, but I thought might as well.
Very nice. And I refined
just hanging out, talk about Jericho.
Yeah.
Hey, I dug Jericho. I'm Kathleen Kenyon.
Yeah, cool. Yes, very cool. There you go. Created by Mortimer Tessa Wheeler. It's this technique you can see in the excavation area. Click on the button to learn more. Right. You use signs to label context. Oh, hey, this is going to be hardcore. This is going to be hardcore. The Wheeler Canyon method.
Wheeler boxes. Oh, no. It's okay.
No, this is absolutely very cool. It is something I have to say that I will need a bit of help with, Anna. Consider me your pupil right now. Oh, we've been given a lot of birch signs. That's good. They are in our inventory. Wait, what is the inventory?
Never have enough signs. Let me tell you.
There we go. Let's maybe get rid of the 64 cameras because we have one camera already, and let's get the signs in there. Because I will say that I've the excavation method that I've been taught don't resemble anything like the type of excavation methods that you're using in places like Çatalhöyük, or because it's very, very different. The Dutch contract archaeological system is not anything remotely similar, not even in urban archaeology. So I have to learn some stuff here, in fact. So I'm kind of hesitant to start digging. It seems so, it seems like.
Hey, come on, just dig.
Just dig. All right, there we go.
Square, and then you'll be fine.
There you go. Yeah. It's been a long time since I did any digging. I have to admit, it's been 2016, people, that I've done any archaeological digging. That's the problem when you're a human digitalist. You don't do any digging anymore. All right.
Oh, now you do.
Oh, but this feels nice though. This feels good. I get what you mean. I get what you mean with the resistance of the soil. Very good. So there we go. We're
no spoiler. You don't have to sit.
Oh yeah.
No, exactly. There's.
Perfect.
I mean, the backfill is also just magically disappearing. There's no backfill here. Can you see that? That's amazing.
Excellent. Yes.
In your inventory, though, right?
So, so far so good, right? There we go. Wait.
That's a very.
Is the thing? Oh, that's. What do you mean? It's a very weird way. Doesn't let me. Doesn't exactly. I'm like
around.
That's because it's outside the excavation area.
Yes.
This is an immutable world, so you can't destroy anything outside the excavation area.
That is
I thought
sensible.
that would
That is
be the
except
best for
except that, of
Oh,
course.
except that.
Don't destroy them.
Oh.
No, don't destroy them,
Yeah, if you
Martin. What are
destroy
you
pulp,
doing?
then yeah.
I was sorry. This is me channeling my inner child. If somebody tells me I cannot destroy
What have you
something,
done?
then it's like, but I can. Here, I'm gonna make this better. Sorry. All right, there we go. Oh, we've got some leather boots. Of course. Oh, I should be wearing my boots on. Yes,
Yeah,
boot those.
absolutely.
Absolutely, we should
They
be.
steel. Are they steel toe?
Yes, they're
Safety first.
safety
Right?
first. Safety first.
Although I have to say, oftentimes people tend to just dig without shoes because they feel that it's generally more convenient.
It depends on the
Safety
site.
first.
Yeah.
It depends on the site, and it depends, of course, on what the type of activity that you're doing.
Yeah.
Yeah, man, no. Just dig with your shoes on. Don't take advice from this. This you should be. You're running field. You're not running field schools, I guess, as a line. People should wear their steel-toed boots. Steel-tip boots. They just do it, because otherwise you never know. You never know. There may be, a rake or a machete running around.
No,
It depends on the
It depends on the
scorpions.
scorpion.
Yes, it depends on the scorpions or other things. So Ares, you had.
Oh, what are you doing? Stop.
Oh wait,
Why
stop.
are you
Dig.
digging?
Come on, come on, we're
No, he
digging. Why
needs
are
to
we
take a
digging?
picture, right? He needs to take a picture. He didn't
Oh
document
yes,
the layer.
recording. Oh yeah.
Every
yeah.
single.
On
Oh,
the
okay.
layer.
All right.
Every
Explain.
single layer.
Explain. So this is part of the excavation technique is recording every single layer. Oops.
Yeah. So now
Wait.
that you
No.
put the camera down. That's the first
Sorry.
step, of course.
Yes.
But you have
Use.
to
There you
be
go.
recording basically every part of the process, even if it doesn't contain any information, because that's still information. The fact that there are no antiquities in there, there's no layer of finds.
You see
That still means
what's
something.
happening if you do that, Ares? Literally, grass starts
grows.
growing on your excavation. This is not the way that we've been taught how to do contract archaeology. Like every single layer.
Yeah.
But that's fine. So you had wait a minute. What's that? Is that
You can't take that out. You
no.
can't take
No.
That's
That,
on the-
that so that is the same. That's the same thing across different different types of archaeologies. You don't go digging into your profile. That's just not. Is that so?
Don't dig in your profile. Don't take things out.
Is that I think people are coming to arrest me. I'm not entirely sure.
Are you getting?
There's some siren noise going on outside. Are we supposed to later on get this out, Anna?
Yeah, you can. But I would do that when I've excavated the other squares, so you have your profile to do your Harry's Matrix on, or to
There
get
you
sort
go.
of
There you go.
evaluation.
There you go. And is this something that? So how do you envision if? So one of the things that I think is hardest for archaeology students when when anybody starts to do archaeology for the first time is to not pry things from the soil just yet when you found them, right? So how would you imagine if well, maybe another question first. So what do you think is the age of the people that should be using something like this? Like this is meant for archaeology students? This is meant for pupils of the primary school or secondary school? Who should be doing this?
I think primary and secondary school could do it with supervision and a sort of a simple, sort of this is how archaeology works kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
And then maybe undergrad, university level could be using this to sort of have a flight simulator for their first
Nice.
excavation experience, kind of.
Nice.
I mean, obviously not completely, but sort of get an idea of how it might be to excavate.
I love
And
that
you can also
I love
learn
that you call
Harry's
it.
Matrix like this and stuff, because I felt like that was a hard thing on my first day in the field, having to think about the Harry's Matrix while I was excavating. So
Yeah, for sure. That is so you're very much right on. It's a hard thing to learn, and I like that you call this a flight simulator, right? It's because that's even if it looks cartoony and everything, yeah, there's lots of realism to be found in Minecraft, right? For example, I mean, the layer system right over here is just right there for the taking for doing archaeological stuff with, and of course there's all sorts of objects that you can put in there, and then just simulate the Harris matrix. So right now we found some stuff. Of course, it's still stuck in there because that's the first thing that you have to teach everybody, that you don't pry things from the from the profile or directly from the soil. So what's the next step that people should be going for right now if they're doing this? Of course, maybe a photo, right? So that's there we go.
Probably.
All right, and and there we go. Oh, that works too. Let's see. Can I? Yes, there we go. All right, we've got a photo, and then if we want to be very some notes, and let me just say this was. So how will we go? Layer 2, or is this yes, layer 2 for all of you? Yes, it's a good question, right? So this was then layer 1. There we go.
I guess if you want to go too hardcore, you can call them Unit 1 and Unit 2, and because then we will be having other units. And
sure. You wanna? This is unit 1. Yeah. Of course. So this is Unit 1.
Yeah, because we took it as we sort of took it as a spit.
Yes.
Yeah, it was a spit, and there's obviously it's a multi-context, and so we can get very nerdy on this.
No, for sure.
I guess we haven't done fieldwork this year, and we're all like, yes.
It's true. Yeah, well, this is great as well because COVID canceled a lot of field schools and things. So
Yeah, for sure. All right, so now what, Anna? I honestly wouldn't know. Like, make a note. First day on the dig. Found stuff, right? Like I found it. Had to dig away an entire layer.
I think you still have one layer of top soil dirt to get through before you hit something a bit.
These are topsoil finds, or
yeah.
Oh, there we go.
A nice clear soil change.
Yes, very. Oh wait, I have to.
Happens normally.
Oh, there we go. Oh, and there's. Oh, I like this a lot. There, it's a nice. It certainly is a nice clear soil change. This is something that definitely in my first experience in digging in the Netherlands. Wasn't so pronounced. It was just clay upon more clay. So so it was from slightly brownish clay to slightly brownish grayish clay. So that was what that was about. And certainly not so many finds. Now, one of the things that I should probably do, like if I'm a smart student, or if I'm a smart just excavator, I'm not gonna just rely on the outside source. I'm just gonna write in my notebook what these different things were again, because I don't want to rely on I don't want to just go and ask everybody all the time. People are busy, so let me just write that down. So we've just encountered a fill layer. Okay, orange is a fill layer. There we go. Let me just, and then whoops. Then we also had a gravel layer with flint tools in it. I think it was gravel, right? Or was it a foundation? Let's see. I think it was gravel. I think if I remember correctly, it was gravel. All right. All right. Now comes the SWAT team. Yes. No, the SWAT team has moved on to another house. We've been very lucky. Cross our fingers. We haven't been swatted during any of our streams ever. I think that if I ever get swatted while streaming, then
we don't have the swatting viewership yet.
I don't think we have the swatting viewership just yet. But if I ever get swatted, I will have to say that I have to stop streaming forever because I think that Haley will just kill me probably if that ever happens. So
no, man, we should get swatted while streaming from the university, and then they actually swat the university. That would be. That would be something. I don't think we would have a job after that, but
No, probably not. Probably not.
Don't do that. No.
Oh, wait a minute. So, what is the recommendation now? People that have excavated contexts like this. So, is there any way, Anna, to fill out a form like a context form right here in Minecraft, or is that something that people would just do on the side?
No, but I figured you could write it in your portfolio on your book and quill to sort of be like, okay, so top layer 1 was third and core is third, and
Yeah.
we found a few skulls. And then you can insert your camera photos and document it that way. You can also stick one of the birch signs on your top layer and be like, this is the top soil.
Nice, exactly. So on the top layer, in a sense of like somewhere over here,
1 and
right? Yeah. And then so I mean, or you want to go like let's see, how do I edit these again?
Here you should be putting 1 on every.
Oh, I'm gonna destroy the birch sign. Sorry, birch sign. There we go. How do we enter? Rewrite something again?
You can't. You have to destroy it.
That's annoying.
Yeah.
All right, there we go. So something like this, right? So this is the topsoil. All right, that is.
This is
and
topsoil layer. This is topsoil layer 3, right? Or unit 3, I guess.
Wait, is this unit 3? Is
Depends
that
on if we're going with units or layers? You can have topsoil. You can have multiple units on a topsoil. It depends on whether the consistency of the topsoil changes or not.
It depends on your terminology
can call
as
it-
well. We could get really into the
Yeah.
free.
Yeah,
You can call it a
let's
subsoil if you want.
let's.
I always thought subsoil was such a poor term. I'm like,
I agree.
but a lot of excavations use like topsoil for really the top layer, and then the layer under it they call it subsoil.
Yes.
But I would go with topsoil for all of it.
All right, and then for you, this is because I'm honestly exploring new archaeological systems here. This for you would be unit 3 because this is the third layer. Is that what you mean?
No, not necessarily. A unit is like the whole, basically. But you can also.
The trench. That's what we're talking about, right?
Yeah, exactly. But this is unit 1, right?
Yeah, you can have the entire topsoil as unit 1, and that's fine.
No, wait. So this is we're getting into archaeological terminology
We're
here
getting
now.
nerdy.
And this
Yeah.
and I'm not ashamed that I know very little about the excavation systems of the regions where you have done your excavations, because what we refer to in the Caribbean or in the Netherlands, I think most of the time, as a unit is simply the entire trench, right? So that the part of the trenches has been excavated. That's our unit. So that's not the same thing for you?
In the excavations that I've worked, no.
Oh, interesting. Very interesting. Oh, they were always sort of.
I've drawn a picture now for us because I did a little sketch map.
Oh, neat!
See that?
Oh,
very
nice.
cool. Wait, let me.
Yes.
I mean, because obviously this is because you do the limit of excavation, and then these are a couple of the cuts that it's very strange to draw them that way. But also we missed the cut for the skeleton. Sorry, Angus, because people are obviously buried. But yeah, this is the quick sketch plan. I wasn't sure which way was north though, so I didn't have north arrow.
Oh, that's a good question. Anna, is there a way of distinguishing north here? We don't have a compass, do we?
If you go, I mean, you could get a compass, but that would point to the spawn point, right?
Well,
so if you turn a bit, and then that's your north. This is your north. They would end with the 2 cats is your north.
Wait, with the two cats?
With the 2 cats at the end. That's the.
Okay.
Oh, okay. So where
grant myself here.
Cats are true north.
Okay.
that is very nice.
Got my north arrow on there.
There, nice.
Very good, very good. All right, yeah, we did miss the cut for this one then. That I guess.
Yeah.
But, I mean, it wasn't really visible at anywhere, right? So,
always the excuse.
Always the excuse.
Oh, I didn't see that cut.
I didn't see the cut. All of a sudden,
I
we're
think like
Skull pops out.
seeing
yes.
the cuts are, I think, the most difficult thing to explain to a student
They are.
Yeah.
ever.
And honestly, you have to do it wrong a couple of times, or you have to have somebody that is literally taking you through the excavation. And I don't know how you were taught how to excavate, but not in a one-on-one situation, at least. Let's put it like that. So this is just something that's just gonna happen frequently, that you miss that sort of stuff. And of course, in Minecraft in particular, it's these things are sort of, because that's just how Minecraft works, right? They have to exist in a vacuum. They can't exist inside a block, because that's not how it works, right? So
But I guess in between blocks you can sort of define them as a cut if you want.
what do you mean,
Like-
as?
Like if you want to define a cut that is like
Like the gray bit
Like the-
next to the skull would
Yeah.
look like a cut.
Oh yeah, for sure.
No,
Yeah. No, for sure. So let's go. So what will we do now, right? So we've got this fill, and then so we just. So what sort of item is this supposed to be, Anna? Is this a flint tool?
It's still a skull. It's
Oh,
just
still a
a
s-
burnt one. I mean, it's a wooden skull.
Ah, yes. Okay, I can see it. Yeah. Okay, for sure. Yeah, that's one of the things that you have is you have a lot of skulls to work with in Minecraft. Not a lot of the rest of the body, unfortunately. Or if I have to say, I absolutely love your pottery. I'm gonna guess this is a pottery, right? Pottery.
Yeah.
Absolutely love it. I mean, it's a pot, right? That's what it is, and it's just the Minecraft version of the pot. I have a special love for the types of pots in Minecraft, because I think they're just such cute items that are only really necessary for if you want to decorate the inside of your house with flowers. So I think they're such a wonderful little item in Minecraft, and I love seeing them back here. All right,
I really
so
love trying to make the aesthetics match, right? And so I think that Anna's done a really good job with this, because it would look very strange, obviously, to suddenly have like a photo real, sculpted pot or something in there. But you just work with the aesthetics of the engine of the game, and then you fit archaeology into it. It makes you think about it in a very different, strange way. But I think you get kind of accustomed to it as well. And so obviously that's a pot. Obviously that's a skull.
Yeah, it's a very interesting question, a very interesting point you're making, Colleen, because that's really what Anna has been doing, right? You've been working with the mechanics of archaeology that match very neatly with the mechanics of this game of Minecraft, and then the aesthetics are something that you just have to work around, but they still end up working if you just put a bit of creativity to it, and that's something that I always love seeing as well when we're doing our Minecraft things, and when we just have to come up with, or our participants have to come up with new ways of just showing the thing that they want to show about Roman heritage, for example. And it's just just demands a lot of creativity, as well as sort of thinking about how things were back then, right? So so I'm messing this up, aren't I? What does one do with a skull in a situation like
Pedestal in the
this?
skull.
Yes.
You destroy it.
Yes. Okay.
That's
So
the only way for you to pick it up,
you have to
right?
record
So,
it, right? Like
Yeah.
you have to record its position if you want.
You have to watch. I don't.
no,
So you can say that this is in like however we decide to name them, units, contexts, layer. It doesn't matter. We can call them context. Then everybody. Sort of,
sure.
So-
Everybody's on the same page. Sure.
yeah,
I think we should go to a different trench. Let's go to a different trench.
I agree with you, Colleen.
very
So
good point.
this is something that
Let's just leave them.
yeah, for
Yeah,
sure.
let's leave this for now.
That is, but because part of it is that the mechanics of the game will require us to literally destroy this skull, right? Which is just something very hard to do as an archaeologist, as a professionally trained archaeologist. And aside from that, maybe morally not the way to go. So that is something that is that something that you want to work with for sort of the final version or for the developing version of this map, Anna, or how do you think you can try to? It's a big question, right? It's not something that I think you should just solve by yourself. You should definitely also discuss with your professors, for example, about this. But how can you sort of work around this particular dilemma of, archaeologists never really wanting to destroy human remains or anything, but in particular human remains?
I mean, I was kind of limited on what kind of small finds I could include. I know human remains aren't really small finds necessarily. So what I had to work with was these skulls and then the flower pots.
Yeah.
So if you dig deeper, you might find a platform with some skulls on it. And I know it's Bucranias in Çatalhöyük, but I only really had human skulls to work with. I think my point on this specifically was archaeology is destruction.
Mhm.
So you destroy your site when you dig it. That's why
Yeah.
you need to record it. And the only way for you to pick up the skulls or the flower pot is to destroy it. It will come into your inventory.
Yeah, right. So
it's sort of a brutal way of picking it up, if that makes sense. I didn't
Yeah.
really think about it because that was sort of the only way I could include it.
Yeah.
But
No.
you're right. I should probably maybe have thought about destroying human remains. Is of course not.
Yeah,
something
right.
we
I mean,
would
to
do.
be very, very precise, as you say. Oops, I'm now throwing my shovel at it. But to be very specific, you wouldn't necessarily be destroying it because it would come into your inventory, but it would require the game mechanic of like hacking at it with your shovel to pick it up, right? That's it. And I think
Yeah.
that
The optics aren't great.
Oh yeah, yes, for sure. So I think this is something maybe that you can cover in your sort of instruction to teachers and maybe also to students. That because at the same time, yes, you're absolutely right. You have to have something to, to find. And at a certain point, if you just only have flower pots, that's just not going to do it for it. And then, or maybe another way is to rebrand these not as skulls necessarily, but maybe as figurine heads or something like that. I'm not entirely sure, but
For some of them, for sure.
yeah.
I mean,
But I
maybe,
think also the point about archaeology being destruction, I think this is it really hammers the point home, and it's something that's very important to explain to students of any level that yes, this is like a creative kind of work. Like you were doing something that you get to find stuff and it can feel rewarding, but in reality it is distraction, and you need to be conscious about this. Like you need to be very conscious about this. And I think this way just makes the point. It illustrates the points just excellently.
Yeah, I will.
Well, yeah, and even asking your students, well, is it ethical to dig up human remains? Should be if you could actually just get one student to kind of hesitate before smashing a skull, that would be a win, I think.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, for sure.
Exactly. And that particularly, of course, because, this is not something that in any sort of game normally people shy away from, right?
Absolutely.
There's all sorts of human remains strewn across all sorts of games, and often in ways that you can end up destroying them or do other stuff with it that is not considered to be ethical, just in any moral framework, probably. Well, not any, but that's so yeah, for sure. This would be one of those moments where the ethics of the real world and of ethics of archaeology would bump into ethics of game playing, which is of course also something that is very nicely talked about in in Megan Dennis's thesis, right? This would be, I think this would also be a very nice case study of that in action, in fact, of those mechanics as well. And I think the point that you were making, Anna, about this, archaeology as destructive is very much well taken as well, because I was playing around with this map just to get a sense of it earlier. And I realized that there was not really any way to reset it. Right? So I was like, okay, now, I want to kind of start afresh when we start the stream. So the only way that I could do that was by completely removing the map from the game, from my folder system, right, from my hard drive, and then re-importing it, right? That's the only way that I could do that. So very much that point was very much well taken. Not so well taken that I now end up not recording that the things that I'm doing, because I should be. I'm gonna one of the nice things about angles is that you can cover up your mistakes. So there we go. There, that's really wait. There we go. I love the photo mechanic in Minecraft Education, I have to say, and the way that you've integrated it into this map for sure. So that's really neat. So Anna, not that we're at the end of this, but I'm sure that people are interested in this map right now. If they wanna have a go with it themselves, how should they go about this? Oh, by the way, I'm out for 10 seconds because my dog, who desperately wants to crash in my office, has now decided that this is the time to leave the office. It's just like standing in front of the door, looking at it with puppy eyes. So there we go. Oh, Mus. Go on.
Oh, she's the best dog.
The floating cube.
Well, yeah, I guess if you want to have this world for yourself, the step one would be to see if your place of education has access to the Minecraft Education Edition, because if then that's your first step, because you can download it for free, and then you have basically Minecraft Bedrock you can play around with all you want. And then you can find me on Twitter, which is archaeologist.
An excellent Twitter.
An excellent handle for anything archaeologist. It's it's one of those avatar names that when you see it, you just instantly are jealous of it. Like, what? Yeah. That is just excellent. So right, I'm gonna try and wait. So use. I think I can make a photo now. Let me just come on, you. No, not place.
So how long did it take you to create this map?
A couple of weeks of probably full-time work. Because I had to plan it all out, and doing the whole dig site took a bit of planning because I had to place all the dirt manually, everything. So I sort of had to come up with a way to communicate the site and the archaeology, and also sort of fill it block by block. So that took a while in itself.
Yeah, right. Because this was just a regular Minecraft landscape.
It was, kinda.
And I can sort of see that probably you did a lot of landscaping to just make this area flat.
It was flat before I arrived. Because I originally was doing a Java world where I wanted to recreate Çatalhöyük, sort of what Colleen did in Second Life, but also kind of what you've done in your Roman and roller coasters.
Yeah.
And then I tried to import that world I had made in World Painter, and then it sort of ended up being a little bit broken, so it's just a large square. But I figured it worked. So it's not a big of a world as you might normally. It's not a big world like you would find normally in Minecraft, but it works for what it needs to. And then you can also do a side quest and help the JS specialist go and find sites. So probably best it's not like endless.
But, so that's the Java edition that you're now talking about.
No, this is this edition.
Wait, so this edition, so there's we can go on a quest with the GIS specialist. I had missed that one.
Yeah, you can.
Oh, I wanna.
Amazing.
I wanna go on this quest. Wait, let me. I'm running away. Look at me, just running away from my duties as.
Just throw your cubes down.
Can I go survey? I want to go survey. There we go. Well, let me make sure that this is one of the. Yeah, go ahead.
Can I ask though? Did you have the actual architectural remains of the 4040 anywhere in your grid, or?
Yeah, I mean, I have building 49, which I think you mentioned earlier.
Oh,
in there,
that has to be
where-
excavated, right?
Oh, that's great.
But you're not digging down deep enough. It's quite fairly deep. I think 20 blocks deep. Probably a
20
little
blocks
more.
deep.
Wow.
Oh
I
wow.
know.
Wow.
So it's
That's very
deep
unsafe.
point. So I mean, you have to dig quite deep to reach the Neolithic level. So yeah,
Cool.
Nice.
This is
So
basically the graves on top of the site.
yeah. I mean, the top bits were sort of
all
just
right.
things I imagined.
All right. So
would be there,
maybe
but
maybe
yeah,
then for the interest of exploring the site, we will have to break our rule. And if you don't want to watch Colleen, Ares, and Anna, then I have to just go through this
Oh,
Oh my god.
figurine
Just
hat. This figurine hat.
this is so bad.
Just pick it
I
up
know.
afterwards. please.
Yeah, it's gonna go to my. But I do want to go to the deeper layers, and after that,
Okay.
I want to go on a quest with the GIS specialist because that sounds like my cup of tea. Oh, that is okay. There, at least listen, people. It's unharmed. There's this skull, the skeleton skull, by the way, is in there, right there. So no worries. All right. I forgot about the fact that it will actually start cracking. It's like a tiny little horror. Oops, tiny little horror story for an archaeologist. All right, let me just. I just completely
Not the
destroy.
profile, no.
I
mean,
know.
let's not break every rule.
So the thing is, the nice thing about this is, I've never done this ever really, but you can sort of fix the profile, right? If you just sort of
Fill things back in.
yes.
You can fix the profile by taking the entire profile like a centimeter inwards, and then it's fine, right?
And that's why I love Minecraft. You can just place it back. Nobody saw that. All right.
I mean, let's be real.
I really
It's
like-
appreciate Minecraft though, in that we did the whole Çatalhöyük reconstruction of the kind of Neolithic sites. We did do some of we recreated what they looked like when they're excavated. We also were able to do the modern houses. So we kind of had all the buildings that existed through time. Well, not all of the buildings, but a sample of all the buildings that had existed at that place together at once. And so you could kind of go, I'm like a Neolithic person, I'm an archaeologist, whatever. But we didn't really have a good digging mechanism. So I think that's really the win for Minecraft, because it was just not really anything you could do. There's some stuff you could do with disappearing objects, but it's not this. So
No. Yeah. No, for sure. I mean that was really. I mean it's also, of course, the whole point of a virtual world like Second Life, right? Is that you can create stuff out of nothing, and it's literally there. So it doesn't have to obey the physics of. I guess that was part of the attraction of it as well for many people, right? But at the same time, it doesn't really work for any form of realism, for sure. So yeah, no, it's interesting, and it's I'm also something that you shouldn't be doing is.
Forgetting to put your ladders.
Forgetting to put your ladders, but also going quite this deep. So we're how many meters down now? 1, 2, 3, 4.
Dangerous.
Yes, dangerous stuff.
Yeah.
You don't want. So you don't want to do that necessarily. So I'll just take occasional photos. There we go. There we go. Up. So at some point we are gonna hit. Yeah, there we go.
Hearth.
That's a hearth, yes, for sure, a hearth feature. And
the white one was what?
that's
Just a different type of soil,
no,
or
faster.
plaster?
that's exactly that's the plaster, yes, for sure. That was this is a quartz, and then here we can briefly go for reference. That is the so the F. Oh no, probably this is not a fill layer, right? Because then the smooth.
Oh yeah.
So this is not a fill layer. So okay, that's sand. Oops, that's not what I want to go for. There we go.
I love that Anna's just not revealing anything, just completely like not telling you what to do.
Oh yeah, no, she's no. That's the true sign of an educator right there. Just letting us just quite literally dig our own dig ourselves into our own mess. There we go. So that's another. What was it? What was the description of it again? Another fill layer? No. What was it? Oh, it does indicate another. Oh yeah, it's another fill layer. There we go. Oops, I'm doing it again. Book and quill. There we go. Send this fill layer. Now let's go 2, and then orange we call that fill layer. Number 1. Can we go back? I have to go back like this. Yes, that's. So there's also for the longest time there didn't used to be any regular books in Minecraft, and but since recently they've put books in Minecraft, and one of the cool things that they've done, maybe you've seen this, but one of the cool things that they've done is they've created a library within Minecraft filled with books that are banned in certain countries. So you can go, and these countries will probably have blocked the sources that you can normally go to, or sometimes it's just not very very safe to visit websites that have these sorts of things. But you can play Minecraft, load up this world, and I forgot the name of the world now, but and you can just read endless books that are banned in some places. So this is very nice. Colleen, want to do another sketch? Or should we just
the uncensored library?
The uncensored library. Thanks, Ayas.
You can go to uncensoredlibrary.com.
So I lost track of the there's a reason that I became a digital humanist or a human digitalist, is that I've completely lost track of the layers that were the layer that we the level, the depth that we're in right now. I didn't even label them. I'm in trouble. I'm in trouble when I have to write my daily report.
Yeah.
I will have all these photos like whoops. I will honestly say that this has happened to me on occasion. That there's photos that I took and then I didn't fill out the photo form. That is a big oopsie, because that's the one thing that you're like, I'll recognize that photo later. No, that's just not the case.
You're just not gonna recognize that photo later.
No. So, but I'm recreating that particular mistake in real time here. So let's see. Yeah, it's we have to. I'm gonna dig a little bit quicker, so not following any of the rules anymore, because I do want to go to the GIS specialists quest as well.
So we also want to see the Neolithic layer.
Yeah, exactly. So sorry for this.
That's a large part of the
hearth. This is a pretty large.
charcoal,
Oh wait, this
right?
is not. No, this is no.
This
This
is
is no. This is not. This is not charcoal, my friend. This was because this is not charcoal, is it? Now I'm gonna go back up there again. Let's play by the rules. So this.
Anna is like, I know what it is, but you noobs
You can take a
forgetting.
picture of it,
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Don't be all practical, Colleen. All right, there we go. That's so practical.
Culture layer, expect finds.
Yes, exactly. So reference for newbies. Okay, there we go. Culture layer, expect finds. Okay, that's good. That's good to know. We will be expecting some finds right there.
Well, I'm not sure you'll actually have finds, because again, I couldn't code blocks because I can't code, but also because I fully want to switch to a pickaxe.
Yeah,
Nice.
we're still digging with that.
I like that is not a tip to give. Expect finds. You want to switch to a pickaxe, I think. All right. All right.
No.
Your pickaxe, right?
Get the large
You're
pickaxe.
digging.
There we go. No. But I think it's I think this is something that will be understood by people that are playing this as well. That obviously you cannot do like tiny little finds within those layers. It's just good that students understand that that's the particular sign that you're going for here, the particular visual relation that you're going for here. So wait, that's for sure is some quartz. So that's building stuff. Wait, of course I should have taken a photo, of course, but that's just the way it is. All right. I honestly haven't got a clue, Colleen. When we're sort of looking at where we're excavating right now, how that will relate to your well-known building 49. So I don't know if we will encounter it, but I think
I
we
think
will.
you're just
It's all
seeing
good.
the end of it.
Sorry.
Okay.
You're just seeing the end of it, I think.
Oh,
So
so
if you go to the next square over, you should probably have it. But that will be a lot of digging, so you might want to switch to creative if you want to see it.
Or to a pickaxe.
or to a
indeed.
pickaxe.
Yeah.
Shall we out of the?
GIS.
All right.
Okay.
GIS. Let's do the GIS thing. All right, and maybe later on we will try and go for the other system. I absolutely love every little detail of this map, and it's clear that you've put a lot of work into it. Is it fair to say that you lost yourself a little bit in the development of this? Because I think you probably did more work for this assignment than you were supposed to, or am I misstating the reality of it here?
No, I definitely did, because I
Yeah.
ended up having a lot of fun with it, and I mean, it was quarantine, and all my stuff got cancelled, and I couldn't go on my excavation, and I was just like, oh well, I'll just do it here then instead. So
Yeah.
I think I spent some energy creating this instead of being sad of everything being cancelled for
Oh.
good reasons, but still,
Still
kind of
sad.
sucks.
Yeah, we can be sad
feel
about
like-
smart decisions. Yeah.
Do you feel like you learned anything new about either archaeology or Çatalhöyük through using Minecraft to recreate excavation?
Oh yeah, I think I learned a lot about. I mean, I went through a lot of excavation reports for the site and for all the buildings to sort of figure out their their infill and their destruction layers. So when you excavate the site, you'll see that you find a burning layer, and then you know that's the end life of that building. Because most of these buildings were burned at the end of their layer. I think my favorite thing I found out was the red platform in building 49, because I just felt like that was really amazing that they had colored floors, platforms. I think that was really fun. And all the beautiful decorations, which I couldn't get in, which pained me a lot because I'm really into polychrome research. So
Okay.
kind of
Yeah.
sucked not being able to communicate how beautiful these buildings were. But yeah,
Mhm. Oh, that warms my little heart because I dug that up. That's great.
yeah,
Nice.
coincidences. So
But I think the point you also made about this being relaxing, that's I think it doesn't really matter what you're doing in Minecraft. Minecraft, to me at least, is one of the most, even survival mode, is one of the most relaxing experience in gaming, or just maybe in general, because you can really just, it's very without sort of wanting to go too very much into mindfulness, but it's a very mindful kind of activity that you're doing, whether you're building something or whether you're just literally mining in Minecraft. You're very in the moment and still goal oriented in a sort of a long sense, and there's always something new around the corner. And especially if you're at the same time interfacing with the information of such a absolutely fascinating archaeological site, that I can very much understand how you get completely swept up in something like that. I do like myself a bit of questing though, so I should talk to the GIS specialists and then go for the team briefing. That's what it. So okay, there. To go on a survey, it's important you have the right equipment. You can find it in the barrel with the lantern on. There's probably also a cat on that barrel, I'm gonna say. So they're very nice. There's different ways of conducting archaeological surveys, of course, to look at old maps and satellite images. Right now, you want to use LiDAR. Very cool. Aerial surveys, which is not what I hope to do. No, because we're here right now. So why would we do an aerial survey? So we're going to do ground reconnaissance. So take a few maps, a couple of cameras, your portfolio, and a book and quill. So we've got those. Might be helpful to carry some signs as well, so you can mark the location. It's important to record where the areas are and what they look like, so that fieldwork can be done in the future. New sites can also tell us more about the site we are currently investigating. Wonderful. I have heard whispers in the village about an old temple ruin north of the town. Maybe a good place for you to start. Another of the villages have also said something about a ruin south of town. Ooh, there's ruins. So good luck and remember to report back and document your findings. All right, let's do that. Very nice. So there's stuff in the landscape for us to find. So maps. That's a barrel right there. So let's see. Barrel with the lantern on it. There we go. An empty locator map. I'm not gonna need any of those. So I'm gonna switch that out. So there we go. Let's get an empty locator map. So we don't have to create a map just yet because we're still in the village. So let me think. Where are the two cats right now when I need to find north? So I'm gonna guess that. Wait, so that right over there was what we were looking at. So that is north then. That is north. So we have to head in this general direction, I guess.
Yeah.
All right. Very good. Let's find us some. Let's do some landscape surveying, some sites.
Oh, look, there's.
All right.
Cheap.
That's for the other
Exactly.
side quest.
That's for another side quest even. Oh wow.
How many quests do you have in there?
Yeah. How
You
many
also
quests?
have a-
How many
yeah,
quests
how
are in here in total?
Just two.
Okay.
So there's this one, which is kind of big and overarching, because you can find sites which have placed at strategic areas around the site or
Nice.
around the village. And
Also,
Yeah, I love that they're sheep.
yeah,
Sorry.
they're great.
There.
I love them because they when you're staying in a tent at Çatalhöyük, they often wake you up in the morning when they go by because they're herded kind of in the pasture right next door, and they have these very clanky bells around their necks, and so it's just this kind of very pastoral
soothing
sort of
sound, I'm sure.
Well, kind of. The guy's yelling at the sheep, and
Yeah.
the dogs the sheep herding dogs are really scary as well. But
Yeah.
not scared of dogs necessarily, but those dogs are a bit scary.
Nice.
Nice little lake.
There we go. A nice little lake. I see something on the horizon. Horizon right
I
there.
feel like you went in the other direction of the tower, but I think, or sorry, the ruin,
The
the
ruin.
temple. But I think this is more fun to
All right.
climb
Sure.
because this is where I've hidden an Easter egg. So
Oh, there we go. There we go.
here's some
Oh, there's even
platforming.
that's very cool. There's some platforming involved here. That is very. Oh, I always am very bad at those in Minecraft. There we go. I mean, you could have raised the stakes a little bit. This should have been lava, I think.
Yeah.
Yay! I made it.
The jump. Woo.
Wait, there's another expert right here, hidden right here.
It's a figurine expert. What are you doing here, figurine
What are you
expert?
doing here? And are you wearing a hazmat suit, figuring expert? All right, let's talk to you.
Maybe
Hey there.
it's,
I found this figurine in the rubble. Did you know they also found a bunch of figurines in Çatalhöyük? Click the links to see a really cool humanoid one. There he is. A fleshy front, no head, and a skeletal back. Pretty cool. All right, let's click the link.
Good.
Oh, very cool. So, there we go. Very neat.
it's pretty metal, if you ask me.
Pretty metal. Sure. Very metal. Talking about metal, Ares, I did put in the Dragon Force part of the soundboard upon your request, but we're not raging in this particular stream.
We're not raging. This
We're not
is
raging,
chilling.
so there's no point in me pushing the rage button on the soundboard. But maybe tomorrow we'll do a bit of raging. Who knows? Or next week at some point we will do some raging.
So is this like a heap of soil, like a dump kind of area?
No, this is
No.
this is a temple, my friend, or at least an ancient tower. And I'm now trying to see if I.
Here's your ladders.
Why are you being all so practical here? Don't be so.
You had the entrance though. The entrance
Yeah, I
was
think
there.
I think the entrance is here. But all right, let's make a shot before we go in. There we go, and then. Wait, it's not on. Yep, there now. It's all on there. There we go.
Better framing. I like that. Good.
Yeah, for sure. There's so many. I have so many photos from so many sites that, like, wait, look at that framing. Oh, you just did it, didn't you? You didn't look at what you were shooting at. All right, that's. This is certainly very, very, very mysterious. What is? Wait.
Ooh.
That is pretty damn neat. The Chamber of Secrets, even there. Ooh, a shulker box.
Whoa.
Oh, look at that. Wait a minute. This is just giving the game away, quite literally, right? Or so these are photos from development, right, Anna? Or
Yeah.
very
They are.
nice. So this is something that you've laid out while you were doing this with glass blocks, I'm gonna guess.
Yeah.
And then you knew where to sort of dig down or where everything was gonna be.
Yeah,
Very
I
nice.
did it to sort of translate the proper real plan of the 40 area into Minecraft, because
Very
it
nice.
was kind of tricky to translate all the walls into something which is very grid and straight and all that.
Yeah, right. Because sometimes we think of these buildings as sort of like straight things, but of course, rarely they are. There's you have to sort of work with the. There's no real angles in Minecraft that are anything else but 90-degree angles. So yeah, I can
This
see
is
that.
very impressive though. This is
Hmm.
also
I
a
mean,
very creative way of going about
yeah,
marking the area and
very nice. We can learn something from this, Aras, because we always
yes.
like use purple wool or something like that.
Yeah.
But this is, go for glass, much more naturalistic.
Yeah, for sure.
And maybe we should put a giant spoiler marker on this though when we upload this to YouTube, because this is we're gonna see how the sauce is being made. So this is what the if you excavate absolutely everything, then this is what you end up seeing, right?
You probably have some more platforms and stuff, because this was right when I began to lay out the ground layers. So I think I developed it a little bit further and added some floors and all
Nice.
that.
And this is
stuff.
also like the very
So,
bottom, I guess in
more
between there are
detailed.
more stuff that you can see, right?
Yeah.
All right, very nice. Oh, cool. So this is how you developed it for yourself. This is how you build it in real time, as it were. Sort of not in real time, but you sort of build it on top, and then you. Very nice. So this is.
Yeah, I like that a lot.
That's a very neat way of prototyping what you were going to be doing. A very first iteration of this, right? Of the legend, and the different types of finds that you could go for. A rainy day. Very nice, very nice.
Hey, look at
And that's you. Oh,
Oh,
damn! That's so nice. Very nice. This is. I absolutely love Easter eggs in games, and this may be one of my favorite ones so far. That's excellent. That's really it's a really cool Easter egg in terms of understanding how a bit of how this immense amount of work that you ended up doing. So very cool thing to put out there in the world to find, especially if you go questing for other stuff to find around the landscape. I think maybe with that.
I hope you got a really good mark for this.
Good mark.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah, good grade. I hope you also got you don't have to share this with us, but I hope you got the best grade. And otherwise, we're gonna please share DM the email of your professors to us, and we're gonna have a talk to them.
Oh no, I did get an A for this.
Oh, very good.
Good.
Well, I think
mean-
well deserved, and much more than that. I would say it's really I think it's a wonderful project. It's more than just a wonderful project. I think it's really amazing in terms of the amount of work and thought that has gone into this. Really, there's these recent months. There's a lot of stuff that is not so nice in the world that we live in, but sometimes things happen because of it, such as this particular map that just allows us to create wonderful new things, and even better than that is just also to share those things with other people. And I think it's really cool that you ended up sharing that with us tonight. Any other further questions that are still on your mind, Colleen and Aris, before we wrap up, or from the chat? This is the moment. Anna is with us right now, so I mean, and of course, if people want to ask you anything later, you're available on Twitter, right? At the Archaeologist. Any final thoughts, questions?
I'm just amazed by the amount of work that was put in there, and like the amount of detail. Because we've discussed at several points, like, oh, it would be really cool to actually make an archaeological excavation in Minecraft, and how we would go about this. And we've been doing all these reconstructions, but we never really sat down to do an excavation. And I think this is just a way to do it, basically. Like, now that I've seen this, I would be very inclined to just sit down myself and develop and work with an excavation at the university, for example, and say, hey, let's just make this happen, because you can do so much more with your excavation if you have something like this.
Yeah, you should be really proud of yourself. It's a really incredible thing you've done here. So well done.
Yeah.
A lot of fun.
Yeah. Hopefully this will.
Sorry.
No. Hopefully this will also be picked up. I'm gonna guess this should be picked up by the Chatal project in some way, shape, or form.
I mean, that would be very, very cool.
Because I can just see this as something that they that will also be just really valuable to them as part of any outreach strategy, or to think particularly about these. I mean, of course, there's a lot of cool things happening in terms of archaeological outreach, research outreach around Chatal as well. But I think this is just one of those other examples that I think could very much fit within the strategy that that particular project is going for, right? Because it is Minecraft is even if it's a paid for app, right? It is has such a massive user population that it might as well be democratic. So this is very much part of the democratization of archaeological knowledge. I think that the thing that you've created here, which is also very important for the Chatal project, of course, right? So once again, thank you very, very much. I'm gonna play around more with this map for sure, and maybe Aris, we should sit down and do something like this ourselves at some point.
Absolutely.
If we have a couple of weeks. Colleen, also thank you so much for being here and talking about.
No, thanks for inviting me. This was really fun. Thank you.
We should do this more often, I think, Anna and Colleen. We should just get together more often and have fun with the game, Minecraft or otherwise. And but for now, at least, I think we're gonna say goodbye to everybody in the stream. Also, thank you for tuning in. Have a lot of fun, people, with the rest of Archaeocon or Archaeogaming Con. We will be back tomorrow, Aris, with very early on for people on the eastern seaboard of the United States at 8 a.m. So if you don't tune in, we'll forgive you. But we will be back tomorrow morning with a game of the Microscope RPG, right? We will be creating a timeline. So we won't be excavating. We will be creating a timeline while playing a role-playing game. So that should be awesome. that should be a lot of fun as well. So
for sure.
But that's tomorrow. For now, good night to you all, and good night, Anna, Colleen, and Aris. Thank you also very much, and stay happy, and of course, stay healthy. Bye.